And they just left it there. Hundreds of barrels containing unknown chemicals at a former Passaic County chemical transfer company. Now a cleanup is underway. As environment correspondent Ed Rogers reports, the federal government has stepped in to take emergency action.
These environmental cleanup crews don't know what chemicals are in these barrels. Last October, the State Department of Environmental Protection received a report of a spill at Abrachem Chemicals, but authorities were unable to gain access. The federal EPA went to court and in early January received a warrant to gain access. They found 1,500 drums containing unidentified chemicals. EPA officials on site say they've never seen a case of mishandling, mislabeling, or improper storage like this before.
It was just flagrant and blatant mishandling of chemicals, putting chemicals together that were totally incompatible without regard to any kind of safety provisions.
A lab has been set up on site to test some of the chemicals. Early results show the materials are flammable. Outside the building, about 8 bulk containers holding rotting, rusting drums show why the EPA had to act quickly.
Some of the drums inside this box up on top have burst, and you can see the material is actually leaking down the sides of the lower shipping container onto the ground. We've deployed some boom and some spill pads to try to contain it. Of course, the drums are very fragile. They're leaking. You can see they're severely rusted and deteriorated, and this requires special handling, very diligent care, and we have to take drums like this out and put them into a larger drum that's in good condition, and then we move them inside.
How would you characterize this kind of operation?
I would characterize this as borderline criminal.
The first truckload of materials to be removed was filled today. The company is in an industrial park, but the EPA has informed residents within a half-mile area about the cleanup.
And we'll be sending out information periodically and also updating our fact sheet, which was delivered to the homes in the surrounding area.
When the snow and ice melt, officials say they will conduct soil and water sampling to determine whether there is any off-site pollution. Under the court order, the EPA has 4 months to be on site here. The agency says it will need at least 6 to finish the cleanup. The cost, about $800,000. Congressman Bill Pascrell, whose district includes Clifton, has asked the State Attorney General's office to look into the case. The company, which repackages chemicals, recently left this site but has established 2 new locations in Belleville and Kearney.
Well, they have indeed moved on, and the state of New Jersey, the Department of Environmental Protection, is following very closely on the heels of these people to make sure that what they've done here they won't do somewhere else.
Abrachem Chemicals did not respond to our calls for comment. Ed Rogers, NJN News, Clifton.